Eddie Keator.
December 9th, 2001, Mark Andrew Gowdy, a friend of mine, died of a tragic disease. These two marks, and December 9th, I hate December 9th. I hate it with a passion. I hate the way it approaches the holidays with these two deaths looming over me. But I tell you about Mark Edward first and Mark Edward last, because from what I learned from his death, I want to convey to you, I want to give you 5 things to do when you approach someone who's grieving. Because the things that I heard were horrendous. God has a plan. Excuse me, how about a clue? I'd like to know, what's my plan? Here's the best one. He's in a better place. Oh, hell no! Consolation, to console me, to be pastoral to me. His remark was, well, that's how it goes. Yeah. So let me tell you how it goes, 5 different ways. And it is Shush. It's an acronym, S-H-U-S-H. And let's start with the first S. Let's start with silence. If you're going to be with someone that you are going to console, let me tell you this. Leave your cell phone in your car and leave your advice in the trunk. You're not there to give any advice, and you're not there to take a phone call unless your house is on fire or your pants are on fire. There's no need for your cell phone. You are to be present. You are to be there. You are to be silent. And if you've got to say anything, say these 5 words. I'm sorry for your loss. You can augment that if you like. I didn't know Mark, but I'm sorry for your loss. And if you knew Mark like I knew Mark, oh man, we're going to miss Mark. What a loss for us. What a loss for the world. These are great. With the power of resurrection. You can't bring that person back. Don't try and make it go away. It is what it is. Life, death is all part of this life cycle that we go through. So what can you say and do? I'm sorry for your loss. Shut up, sit down, and be present. It's okay to touch somebody's arm or hand or offer a hug, or even a kiss on the cheek. But you got to understand, you, S-H-U, you got to understand that people grieve differently. Some will be emotionally angry at God and screaming, and some people will be just quiet, reserved, sit in a corner and say nothing. And others will cry uncontrollably. And some will have their hot flash of cry, laugh, and they'll be all over the mouth. You have to understand, people grieve differently. There's no schedule. There's no timetable. There is no proper way to do it. So if you've got shoulds and should nots, they should be left in the car, in the trunk with your advice. S-H. person who was grieving. And the last but not least, H. You want to honor the dead. How do you do that? Well, Mark would not want you to feel that way. Oh, hell no. You didn't know Mark. You had to know Mark like I knew Mark. Mark would pull out the tequila. Mark would sip a toast. He'd offer you that little shot glass and take the bottle for himself. Mark would go camping and toast me at a campfire. The same campfire we used to start with gasoline. Honoring the dead, you tell your stories. Honoring the dead, you tell the things that mean the most. Honoring the dead, you don't speak for them. You can't. You have no right to. But you can tell the stories. He was only a couple years younger than me, but he called himself my namesake. That was an honor. Shush. It's easy to do. 5 simple steps. Be silent, be still, be there, be present. Be humble, be human. Be understanding. Be simple, be sincere. Be honest. Be honorable. Be yourself. Shush. Madam Toastmaster.